Okay. So have any of you guys ever walked into either your house or someone you know's house and you can tell what they had for dinner just because the smell is permeating through the room? Yeah, I don't really like that. So one thing that we always do at my house is we light a candle, whether it's for fish or just like any kind of seafood that leaves a smell there. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make candles at home. So these are 2 candles that I actually just made 2 days ago. It's pretty new for me too. And the 3 main points I'm going to be talking about are the supplies you'll need to make a candle. I'm going to go over the steps, obviously without an oven and stuff. And my 3rd point is going to be substitutions that you can use instead of wax, or, I'll tell you guys then. So, sorry, I know I sound really nasally too. Your first step is going to be to get your stove. I know I said oven earlier. And you're going to put it on high. So this is going to be my fire, the red. So you're going to get a pot and you're going to get a measuring cup or some type of glass jar that you can put inside of your cup. And you're going to get, a block of wax, which is also part of the supplies. And you're going to cut your blocks of wax up into small pieces, and you're going to put it in your measuring cup. So this is going to take anywhere between 7 to 15 minutes depending on how much wax you have. And it's most of the directions recommend that you do this second, but I do this first. And what they say you're supposed to do first, but I do second, is to get your glass jar. And you have to have some type of glue or tacky that will stick to your jar. And you get like just a little piece like with your nail. And then you're going to get your wick. You're going to stick it to the bottom. And you're just going to put it in the center like that. So this is all while this is still melting. And it just kind of kills some time, because me personally, if I'm waiting for this to melt, I'm literally just going to stand right in front of the stove and like watch it melt, just because I'm excited. So after you glue it, you have to let it dry for a little bit so it doesn't move. And then you're going to wrap it around this is called a wooden dowel, but it's really just like a chopstick or like a toothpick, but it's called a dowel in this case. And you're going to wrap the wick around it. And you're going to let it be straight, just like how these are. So you're doing this to the wick because when you pour the hot wax into it, it can melt the wick, and you obviously want your wick to stay propped up for your candle, or else you're not going to be able to use it. So this is kind of going to demonstrate my red wick, or my wax. And once it's done melting, it's white right now, but it turns like completely see-through. As you can see, this is red. So to get this red, you add, they have different colors of waxes, and these are like super vibrant. Like you wouldn't want to put the entire thing in it because it's just like unnecessary. For this one, actually, these are the sizes of the squares, and I just put that little sliver in it, and it made it pink. So you put this in when it's still melting. So this is my already melted. And you're just going to pour it in. So you leave it like that for it takes about 10 to 15 minutes again to just like start hardening. And now I'm going to go over the supplies because I forgot to mention that earlier. You're going to need your pot, your measuring cup, your wax, your jar, your wick, your wooden dowel, your different types of wax, and most importantly, your fragrance. So there are a lot of variations, like aside from just using wax and these little oil fragrances. You can use crayons, which I think is pretty neat because I got these at the dollar store. And when the wax is melting, you put just little chunks of the crayon in and it will start to add pigment. But these crayons, I don't know if it's because they're cheaper, they're not as good quality. They took a little bit longer to melt. So that kind of freaked me out, so I didn't like that. So another thing you can use instead of this wax, which can be purchased at Michael's, is beeswax, soy wax. You can make gel candles. It's pretty much doing the same thing. For wicks, they come like this, and they come in about a packet of 6, and that can be purchased at Michael's as well. But if you're trying to achieve a different look, you can use softwood wicks or hardwood wicks, but the softwood does burn better. You can use hemp wick. For the smells, something that I found really interesting was that you can use flowers, because flower petals, that gives the wax a color and it also gives it a texture. For the smells, you can also use fruits like blackberries, because those are very pigmented and they're gonna come out in your wax really nice. And it also makes it look really pretty, when it's in the jar and you can kind of see the fruits. You can use spices, and that will give it a natural, organic look to it. If you can use I think it's called talc, and just different minerals and spices that come out in it. And that is about it. So for my 3 main points, I taught you how to do it, and then I told you my supplies, and then I gave you guys some variations to how you can achieve the same kind of candle. So that's it. I hope you guys go do it. It's fun.